This video is voluntarily rated PG for old man in swimsuit and activities that may require physician approval. If you are under 13 or are exceptionally sensitive, please do not watch this video. Also, please consult with your physician before embarking on strenuous physical activity regimens, such as marathon running, Ironman events, or cold water immersion. Okay, so I did Hogeye today and marathon, and I had an absolutely great time. I want to talk about some of the things that I thought were a good experience from that. I don't want to, I don't know, I may get a little off, but I have some cheater notes here because I tend to forget things. But one of the things that I really liked about it was that the pacer, he actually goes by the alias of the Hobo Runner on Facebook, and he was very friendly and kept me on track until the back half where I split off. If we could go see here, Facebook, there, right there, the Hobo Runner. So I want to show you right off. This guy, he said it's a few years old, but this guy is like massively stacked. Do you see all that? Look at that. You know, I don't look too bad, but you know, man, he just looks like really killer. You know what I'm saying? So, and obviously these pacers are like way beyond whatever time they're pacing, but just, and he's planning on, I believe he's planning on having a book. So if you could do me a favor, I mean, I don't know him like super well, but I think he's a great guy. It would be cool if you could follow him if you're a marathon runner or a runner. And if you're not running marathons and you're under the age of 50, you should, because I'm 50 years old and I'm running marathons, or I've been running marathons the last several weeks every weekend, so you don't have an excuse. But so other things that I've had a pretty good finish time, even though my actual time that I was shooting for was 3:15. I didn't meet that. I really wanted to. I came in at 3:29. I've done that by myself before, but I had some things going against me that we'll get into later that I didn't quite prepare for right, that set me back some minutes. I think one was I took like a misstep in the course. I may forget to bring that up in the, the things that went wrong. I shot off and got myself in kind of like a no man's land because for various reasons. I'll get to how I wound up in no man's land maybe later. But I was in no man's land. There was no one around. I was at the intersection. The police were there, but I didn't see the volunteers telling me which way to go. So I assumed I was supposed to turn right. So I did. And the police were like yelling, "You're going the wrong way." I'm like, "Oh, thanks." So I turned around, went back to the point where I exited the course or as best I could, and then continued on. That's the regulation for most bicycle races, so I assume it's okay for Hogeye, and Hogeye is not actually sanctioned, so it's not that big a deal, seriously. But unless you're trying to qualify for Boston Marathon, then it's a little bit different. And I missed Boston Marathon by like a couple of minutes this time around, which had I not made that mistake, I might have actually made it. I don't have the money to do Boston Marathon, by the way. But anyways, and this morning I took a cold bath, and that seemed to help in the morning when it was cold, because I don't really normally keep enough ice to actually lower the temperature of my bathtub. So it's best for me to take, if I want to take a cold bath, it's best for me to take my cold baths in the morning, usually, because that's when the temperatures are lowest. It was actually pretty warm in the house today, but it was very cold outside. It was like 42, 43 degrees. Although it was warmer than it was when I did the Hogeye several years ago at a 4-hour pace. So the extra heat kind of fought against me. But the water was still cold, and I'm going to go show you now what it looks like when I took my cold bath this morning. Alright, so it's like 4 a.m. or I got up at 4 a.m. on race day. I didn't sleep so well last night. Had to ride down to, what was it? Had to ride down to Springdale to get my packet from Farmington. that shot my legs. I've tried recovering. I've got a little bit of extra body weight from the food that I ate. I'm not gonna get into all that right now, but I'm gonna be doing, I didn't do this last night, so I'm gonna do it now. I did it yesterday morning and I was screaming because it was so cold. I'd like to kind of wash myself off a bit, but I don't know how well it's gonna be. I'm gonna be able to do that considering the circumstances. Maybe I'll take care of that later, but when there's that much water, it can be difficult. So let's just see how long I last in this. I don't know what the temperature is in here. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's pretty warm, so I'm probably not going to be screaming. It's been much colder before. We'll see how I react. 63 degree water is actually pretty cold. I don't know if the water is going to be 63 degrees, but I was screaming yesterday when I was doing this, but it was colder, and so it's going to be a warm race day today, and I really did not get the sleep I needed. I already feel that my testosterone is down, so that's not good, even though I've been eating the right foods. So here we go. Let's see how this feels. Woo, that's cold. Maybe not as cold as yesterday, but it's cold. Let's see if I scream. Ah. 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 Oh man, it's cold. Oh, yeah. Woo. Okay, I'm not screaming as bad as yesterday, but it's cold. Woo. Oh. I know, it's embarrassing. Oh, stunk my head in this. I'm gonna turn this camera off and actually get a proper bath here in a minute, but let's see. Oh, not too cold for my head yet. Oh, okay. Okay, so I got my head wet a bit. Okay, now we're gonna do the forward dunk and then the back dunk. Let's see, is it still on? Yeah, forward. You gotta get a good breath, get ready for it, because if you're not careful, you could gasp, and that wouldn't be good, and you don't want to hit the spigot coming up, for that's for sure. So, get a good breath. We don't want to like suck in any water. Oh! Woo! Woo! Okay, now I'm gonna go backwards, and we'll see how long I last. Oh, 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 oh. I maybe should have done this last night. I did it yesterday morning. Okay, I'm good. I'm starting to warm up a little bit. I'm not shivering that much. Oh. I mean, I don't have that many goosebumps. But that was cold. That was cold. Okay, okay, I'm good. I'm good. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off and take a proper bath now. Oh, okay, right, so I took the bath really quick. I was shivering. Oh, I'm starting to shiver, so I'm starting to get the benefits from the ice bath. Although I don't have that many goosebumps, but I'm cold. I'm telling you, man. But it sure woke me up, I'm telling you, man. 4 a.m. in the morning and this. Oh, this is a tea bag from... I put green tea in my hair because I'm losing my hair. Anyways, yeah, this will really wake you up at 4 a.m. in the morning. I dunked my head in the water. I'm not gonna do that again because I already shampooed it, but I'm good now. So, one of the things is when you get out, you get the after shot of the cold. I'm gonna go ahead and dry off a bit. Whoa! Woo. It feels good, really. That just really wakes you up. Some people say it's as good as caffeine. I don't know about that, but oh man. Oh, when you're tired in the morning, that'll sure shock your system, I'll tell you what. So, let's see, how's it look? Did it do any good for me? Oh, sometimes when you do this, it'll jack up your chest, but I'm not seeing much. I'm not seeing much improvement there. But it sure woke me up. I've got a lot of fat. Some of that fat came off because I was dry fasting yesterday, but it came back on because I ate. But it's tight. Ooh, that didn't feel so good. Ugh. Yeah. Anyway, whatever. I'll stop trying to be manly. All right, so I gotta get going here soon. I need to leave around 5. It's already 4:40 because it could take me about an hour and a half to get up to Hogeye, and I'm already needing to go to the bathroom, which did you hear that? That's what happens when you're 50 years old and you try to do a marathon. Woo! Let's just hope I don't have to go to the porta potty during my run, because if I do, which I did one year, it really slows you down. So I need to get going here really soon, because when you have a tri-suit on, going to the bathroom can be a pain. Getting it on when you're wet is a pain. Now I'm dried off a bit. I'm still cold from that ice bath. So what do we gotta do? I'm gonna put my number on right here. Okay, but let's see what's in the goodie bag. Goodie bag, we got a really nice t-shirt. Whoops, this t-shirt's really cute, I think. It's cuter than most years. I like the colors. So, anyway, like that one. And I like how this fits. This number happens to fit my, it's got a timing chip on the back, but it happens to fit my jersey this year. Or my tri-suit. Let's see, we got an advertisement for another run. Sorry about the mess. We got a Cliff Bar. These aren't very good for your health, but they're great when you're on a bicycle ride. Speaking of health, I'm going to show you some really bad stuff for your health that I'm going to be eating on this run. I'm not going to be eating this during this particular run, I don't think. I guess I could throw it in the back and munch on it, but it says chocolate brownie. Cliff's actually not that bad a brand. In fact, I've got some Cliff stuff. So this is a good thing. I don't know if I'm going to do it on this run, but this is a nice kind of bag. I don't know what this is. Oh my goodness. I've got to go to the bathroom. So I'm going to get to lose a little bit of weight here. Let's see how much weight I'm carrying, because I'm carrying some extra weight, and I don't want to eat too much. It's like 44 degrees outside. Okay, here we go. It says I'm 143. That's not too bad, but anyways, that's like 20 pounds more than what I was when I was in my prime. Of course, what's going on now is I've got a bit of, I think some of it's muscle mass, to be honest. But that's back when I was running 6-minute miles on the U.S. Army PT test. I was like 124, so I'm like 20 pounds more. But you don't want to be too light for a marathon. These are the shoes I'm going to wear, but I'm going to ride my bicycle, use my bicycle shoes to get down there. This race belt, it does not fit me for whatever reason. It says it's one size fits all, but it's too big. So I'm going to be using this one. Let's see if I can get that on real quick. Okay, I'm back. I don't know if you can see the number. That's kind of crazy. It fits. It looks good. Anyway, who cares about the number? I'm detecting a bit of chafing when I bend over, so maybe I need to pull my tri-suit up a bit. Just a little bit. Anyway, I'll take care of that later. I'm not gonna be wearing any cream. I tested this tri-suit out a couple of weeks ago and it worked fine, but the 2XU belt I did not test. This tended to slide a bit. I hope it doesn't slide on me today. One last thing I need to point out. I told you about that Cliff Energy Chew bar that they gave me, and that I won't be using it, but that it's good for certain things like biking and stuff. I'm going to be using these. These are not good for your health, and neither are the Cliff Energy bars, but these are going to work, and they're going to help me through this race. And I did not sleep well. These things have got 50 milligrams of caffeine per serving. That is legal. It's WADA legal. So if I eat both of these, I'm going to draw. There's 12 of them, I think. Right? Yeah. 50 milligrams of caffeine for every 3. Wow. Oh my goodness. Is that 50 milligrams of caffeine for every 3? Oh my goodness. Is that per serving? Woo. So I'm going to be like, I'm going to have like 200 milligrams of caffeine. Anyway, yeah, so my plan is to start taking these at right about halfway. I can get through a whole marathon someday on a good day with nothing to eat or drink. Now, whether I'll get the time I want is another story. I've gotten some pretty good times. I need to go, and I'll talk about this later, but I've gotten pretty good times without nutrition and hydration before. But I've gotten like 3:30 times with very minimal. I'd eat before I go, but I wouldn't carry anything with me. I'm going to actually be carrying these Cliff Energy Chews this time, and they're going to have water. Between that and water, they'll have water on the course. And between this and the water on the course, I'll be good. They will probably also have Gatorade. And in the past, there were a few stations where they had a little bit extra, but that's not guaranteed sometimes on this particular marathon. I got to get out of here because I got like 2 hours to get myself up there and get in line, go to the bathroom, which there will be a bathroom line. So I better get going.